Alright, before we do the actual testing, let's do a quick unboxing of the MYNT. You can see I have the black version here unboxed already, and judging by the dot here on the box, you can tell that this is the blue version. There's a little wrapper, and you are presented with the unit inside the box, sort of reminiscent of old iPods. Old iPod Nanos came in similar boxes like this. Opening it up, you know, on one side have the unit itself in a little bit of styrofoam, nice metallic blue, as you can see, protective stickers everywhere, of course. In here, the rest of the box, you can see you get an additional battery, you get a little cord, that's this bit, to attach it to anything really, and here an additional key ring that you can use in combination with that. Turn that around, you might have seen underneath, peeking, you get a few adhesive stickers as well, so you can actually stick it to something that you want to track. That is really everything in terms of accessories. You get a bit of paperwork, your quick start guide in several languages on how to get going, which I'll show you in a little bit. It's quite easy, works with an app, obviously. Quite easy to set up. Alright, so that's what you get in the box. Now we have to talk about what this little thing actually does. A little thing is actually a good way to start. I think Slytech has done a great job in designing something that is super sleek and super portable in terms of form factor, making it super easy to attach it to something, put it around your dog's collar, attach it to your phone maybe, attach it to your key fob without sort of getting in the way. So job well done there in terms of the hardware. Then there's the software experience. They claim that they have cross-platform compatibility, which is true. They have an Android app, an iOS app, and also something for macOS. I'll show you a few screenshots of that one in particular here above. And that's how you really interact and control your MYNT Smart Tracker. You can set up alerts, you can set up perimeters, you can set up really what you want it to do and when you want it to do it. So you can set it, for example, that it sends you an alert when something is outside a certain range, and then you get a little message on your phone saying that there's something wrong and that you should take some action, which is nice, for example, with dogs, children, or leaving your phone somewhere unattended. The other thing you can do with the MYNT is control, for example, media on your computer, presentations, and so on. You can really set it up, the button in the middle in particular, to do certain things when you click it one or several times. So it actually is quite multifunctional and comes in handy in those situations as well. That said, those functions are a bit redundant if you ask me. You buy this as a smart tracker and not as a media controller or presentation clicker. There's better devices on the market for that work better and have much more functionality. And I don't really think that if you have this on your key fob for retrieving your keys when they're lost, you're not suddenly going to think, oh, let's use this for presentations as well. The apps and the software experience that I got was a bit of a mixed bag, to be honest. It looks reasonably polished, but there's also some weird mistakes. Finding your MYNT can take a while, both on your phone and with your computer. Overall not terrible, but certainly not 2018 standard good, I'd say. But luckily it's software, so that can still be updated anytime Slytech decides to throw a bit of resources at it. Then we come to the overall user experience of the MYNT. And I'm not going to focus on presentation clicker or media controls, but purely on the tracking aspect of this device. Personally, I don't need a device like this because I'm pretty structured when it comes to putting my keys in a certain place, and I certainly don't leave my phone anywhere. So I don't use a product like this on a daily basis, and I don't have a need for it in my life. But I've tested it in a bunch of scenarios, and the biggest downfall is the connectivity part. Works with Bluetooth, which effectively is great, headphones, all accessories that work with Bluetooth are lovely, but that means it also has Bluetooth problems. The main one is connectivity indoors. If you're in the same room as your MYNT, no problems whatsoever. On the other hand, if you live in a house like I do, that's made out of concrete and has 2 stories, doesn't work. You can click all you want on your computer, your phone, or the MYNT, but the connectivity just isn't there. They claim it works up to 50 meters in ideal situations. I'm sure that's true in an open field with no obstacles, but already in a parking garage you're not going to get a 50 meter range out of this. So if you use this to find your car, for example, not going to happen if it's a fully concrete parking garage and you're on the wrong floor. And that's really the biggest downfall of the MYNT. The limited connectivity you get with Bluetooth and all the problems that come with Bluetooth really limit the use cases of this particular tracker. SlideTech does a GPS tracker, which I think is much more suitable, maybe not to find your keys, but you know, the claims they make for this, that you can attach it to your children, for example, and make sure they don't run away, or you know, lost and found things. I think GPS outdoors with a lot more range and a lot more reliability in terms of the connection is a much better option. It's not flawless either, you know, obviously it works badly indoors as well, but overall in those user scenarios, I think GPS, the GPS product of them is the way to go. Indoors or in the same room or maybe in an office or something, this certainly does exactly as they promise, you know, the connectivity, as long as it's good, works, the finding, the tracking does, the mapping does, the distance indicator and such, it all works just fine, but you are limited to the Bluetooth connectivity. Therefore, in conclusion, I think it's a nice device. Design-wise, like I said, job well done. They say battery life is up to 12 months, depending a little bit on how much you use it, of course. But it's nice that the battery is interchangeable and that they include an extra one already. So when you buy this for 20 bucks, you're good to go for at least 2 years, I'd say. For me personally, it's not a product that I need in my life, and I think the limited functionality of Bluetooth will sort of keep me from getting something like this sort of in any kind of situation, to be honest. And if I would want to track my dog or my children, I would actually go for the GPS option that SlideTech also offers. This is Peter from Reviews on Anything with a quick look at the SlideTech MYNT Smart Tracker. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to the channel. That always helps us out a lot. And check out SlideTech to see what they might have to offer for you. Until then, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers!